What's up, guys? So talking about some really cool items that are special in Archeage. They are items that you can only get in the wild, and they're surprisingly fairly cheap. Currently, at least vanilla is. So vanilla, blueberry, and pepper are three materials that you cannot get at anywhere, except for out in the wild. You can farm and harvest them out in the wild, and so they're needed for high-end potions in alchemy. So 13 silver is really cheap. So for one, you can break it down into 47 ground spice if you want. So you always have that to fall back on. And they're used for high-end, alchemy potions and pigments. Take a look at the blueberry here. And so you can see, so blueberry, there isn't many, and they're extremely expensive. 1 gold, 22 silver. So that is why I went ahead and bought up all of the vanilla. And the same, we'll take a look at pepper. So it's not the chili pepper. We're looking at just the basic pepper. So here's pepper, and so here 25 silver. So you can see a lot cheaper than the 10, 11 silver that the other one was. And you can see there's not too many around that price. It jumps up right up to 47. We have me trying to sell 5 here at 150. They did not sell. So we'll go show you what they're actually used for in crafting. They're used for, again, these high-end pigments and potions. So the tier 3 ones, they require 20,000 proficiency. They require one of these specialty things. And it's used for all the Magnificence and the Ephraim. So as people start crafting like crazy, they're going to burn through quite a bit of that. Going down here, the rough polish, or the non-stick, again, uses the blueberry. So we get into all this, the Magnificent and the Ephraim stuff. At least in the armors, it uses this stuff. So you can see it uses 1 there in the Magnificence. And the Ephraim, it uses 1 again. So it doesn't use that many. And if you go and type in blueberry here in the menu, the only thing that it is used for is this pigment polish. So this is the only thing that blueberry is used for. But again, you can break these guys down. So this one will give you 17 chopped produce. Not so great, not as good as the other one, as the vanilla. So things like that, with crafting being such a very popular, easy thing to do now, since Archeage is really cheap, you got to take a look at all of these crafting materials. So like clover and rose, they're very expensive, but you can actually plant them yourselves and grow them. So those are in an infinite quantity that could just be produced massively. Again, all these other materials, cornflower, lily, green coral. Lily specifically because it's used in multiple items. Not only is it used in the pigment here, but it's also used in the high-end... Oops, got to go out of here. It's also used in the high-end potion. The Royal Guard. So the defense potion, so Lily, 20 of them. So Lily is very expensive, and it's always been hovering kind of right around the 10 silver mark here on Morpheus. So those things are very, very important. Any rare material that you find, don't just disregard it because it's not, it's not cheap and easy to get. It's a very limited quantity on those materials. So again, blueberry, it's blueberries, the pepper, and then the vanilla. Those things are very expensive and a great thing to potentially buy up if you have those things going on in your server.